Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take my reliable 12-valve Cummins pickup truck that's pretty quiet and that I can start in the middle of the night and leave my house if I have to, or let it idle outside without completely annoying my neighbors. And we're going to undo all of that by making an exhaust. So let's go. First things first, get this thing up in the air so we can climb underneath and start removing the old exhaust system. All right, with the truck up in the air, I'm going to start knocking our clamps off. So I have one clamp and a hanger. It's actually 2-in-1 on either side of the muffler here. All right, before it goes up over the axle and out the tailpipe. So you have two there. And then we have another one on the front of this catalytic converter here. Pretty sure that's what that is. I don't think that's a resonator at all. But it doesn't really matter because it's coming out anyway. All right, so tailpipe hanger is off. Got the clamp from the tailpipe to the muffler undone. This hanger here is not held on to anything. That must have been maybe one of the original ones, not too sure, but that's not hooked up to anything. So in theory, I should be able to get the tailpipe out of the muffler now.
In theory, I should be able to get the tailpipe out of the muffler now.
So I'm going to try and slide the downpipe and the cat out in one shot. So I disconnected my EGT. I tried getting the sensor out of there. It's stuck, so I ended up having to unplug it, and I'm going to have to reroute the wire for that. But what I'm going to do now is try and take this clamp off. So this V-band clamp gives us the adapter to what our new downpipe will bolt to. These bolts look like they are in pretty bad shape. Normally you could take the nuts off here and then run your downpipe back up and bolt it in, but I have a feeling I'm going to need to get pretty close to it and add some heat and some penetrating oil. So I'm going to take the entire thing out. I think what I'll probably end up doing is just marking or clocking where this adapter is on the back housing of the turbo. This way I don't lose that. So I'll make a mark on that, break that clamp loose, and we should be able to get our downpipe off. All right, with our downpipe and our complete exhaust out of the truck, time to try and get the stock downpipe separated from the exhaust flange. And you might be able to tell they don't look very good. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. I'm going to heat this thing up, soak it with some WD-40, and we'll keep working at it. And hopefully we can get those out without breaking the stud off in that flange. But all right, did manage to get that side broken loose. So I'm going to add some heat to this one. Test fit the new downpipe. That clears the frame rail. I got our new exhaust housing on the back end of the turbo, so that's clamped in. Ran a chase through the holes on here, so we'll be able to clamp the new downpipe to that adapter. Also grabbed some new hardware for that as well. So I'm going to pull the downpipe back out of the truck, and I'm going to bring it in the garage, and we're going to end up welding this V-band onto the downpipe, and then we'll continue the rest of the exhaust system. So this will just make it a little bit easier to remove the exhaust at any time if need be, or if I want to change anything up. It's just a simple clamp. Just got to weld 2 flanges on either end of the pipe. So I'll pull the downpipe back out, and then we'll head into the garage and start sticking this together. All right, so the downpipe that I bought was used. I got it off of Facebook Marketplace, and I paid $40 for it. So pretty good deal. We already test fit it, so we know it fits in the truck. Now, typically when you buy these, or when you get a turbo back exhaust for these trucks, the pipes just fit together. One side is expanded a little bit, so it would slip over this pipe, throw a band clamp on it, and you're good to go. That works very well. Plenty of cars that have it done that way. I'm going to make my life more difficult. Like I said before, we're going to use the V-band clamp, and we're going to TIG weld this entire thing together. So first thing that I'm going to do is clean up this flange here. All right, where I'm actually going to be doing the welding. So that V-band clamp is going to fit over our pipe. All right, so the V-band clamp will fit over like that. And then right where my index finger is, that flange is going to get welded to the inside diameter of the pipe all the way around. And you might be able to see it in there. I'll lift the clamp up a little bit. There's a little register that the pipe will fit in on the actual V-band clamp. You can see a little bit better now that I pulled it up. And once you push that back down, you'll see that gap close up, like so. But still got to get welded. So I'm going to clean up this downpipe. I'll clean up the flange. One thing I recommend doing anytime when working with V-band clamps, always keep them together and clamped while you're welding them. The 2 pieces that are seated together will help to prevent warping either one of them. So when you put it back together, hopefully you don't have any leaks. So let me clean this up, set the welder up, and we'll get started. All right, so time to start welding this up. Unfortunately, I wanted to back purge this, and I bought a regulator that I thought was going to allow me to do that. But they sent the wrong one. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that, but we are still going to TIG weld this up. So I have it set up on the bench. I have the downpipe and the flange with the V-band clamp cleaned up, ready to go. All set there. Welder's on. It's grounded. So we'll start welding this up, see how it goes. All right, well, that's welded, but it looks absolutely awful. I have not welded stainless in a long time. Clearly, I am out of practice, but it really comes down to just me getting behind the torch more and welding. That's really the only way that you're going to get back to it or get any better. Again, not super happy with it, but it is together. And again, it'll be under the truck. You're not going to see it. So I'm going to give this some time to cool off. I think then we're going to throw the downpipe in the truck, get that bolted up with the new hardware, and then we can start welding the rest of the exhaust and figure out where this is going to terminate. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a side exit behind the rear wheel like it was from the factory, or we might just axle dump it. So see what happens, but let's get the downpipe in, let this cool off a little bit, and then we can move on from there. So here's what we have so far. Now I have the jack holding up the exhaust because I don't have any hangers on yet, but we have 4-inch straight piece right down to our V-band. We welded that onto our downpipe earlier. The downpipe is bolted up to the turbo. Even if I let this jack down now, this will stay right where it is, but we're still going to add some hangers to it. So now I have to decide where I want to terminate this exhaust. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run another small section from here right to about here, right before the axle, and then I'm just going to do a 45, and I'll end up cutting maybe like a cool design into the tip. So it'll be just one piece from here to here. We'll obviously pull this back out of the truck, weld that up. We'll go from there. But I actually started it a couple minutes ago. It sounds really good. So take some measurements, see how long this last straight section needs to be. Measure that, and then we'll pull everything back out of the truck, weld it all up, and then start working on some hangers. All right, got the last piece of straight 4-inch. Took some measurements while I was under the truck, made a mark where I need to cut. Bigger pipes like this, I usually just take either a zip tie or a hose clamp, line it up with my mark, trace the line, and then cut along that. Because I do not have a pipe cutter that will do 4-inch. So I'm going to use that method. Hopefully it's close enough. So get this cut. And then I think we're going to work on the pattern for the tip. After that, then we can probably pull the rest of the exhaust out, weld it up, and then work on some hangers. So let me get this cut and go from there. All right, got the last piece cut. It's getting a little late, so we're going to get back on this tomorrow. I got to come up with something to hold. So the last 4-inch piece, and then the 45 that we're going to make for our turn down. Got to come up with something to hold those two together while I weld it. So do a little brainstorming tonight. We'll see you guys in the morning. All right, next day, and this is what I came up with for a fixture to hold the two pipes together while I really just tack them. So it is a 4-inch exhaust V-band. I drilled a hole on either side, opened it up with a carbide bit a little bit, and that will allow me enough room to basically get the torch and the tungsten in there, throw a tack on it on that side, tack on the other side, take the band clamp off, weld all the way around, and we should be in business. I won't be struggling trying to hold this together like I was with the other two pieces. So I'm going to weld the tip on to that last section of straight pipe that we need. Then we'll go underneath the truck, we'll pull the V-band off, pull the rest of the exhaust out, weld those two together, figure out some hangers, and we should be done. Also, it was probably me and not the cup or anything that I was using, but I did order a consumable kit, and I got that in today. So we'll see if I can, I don't know, maybe make it look like I've welded something before, because the V-band that was on there is horrendous, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to set the torch up. We'll throw 2 tacks on this, weld it up, and we'll go on from there. All right, so overall, a little bit better on this one. I changed out the cup. I swapped the gas lens. I adjusted the regulator a little bit, and I turned down the heat. Usually with stainless, you want to go as fast as you possibly can with as little heat as possible. Again, it really just comes down to practice behind the torch, but it looks okay. Again, not thrilled with it, but it'll hold together. So let this cool off a little bit more. We'll put this underneath the truck, mock it up to the rest of the exhaust. Use that clamp to attach it to what's in the truck now that we've already built. And then we'll locate some hangers. So let this cool off, and we'll see you under the truck. All right, we are buttoned up. Got everything in. I was actually able to use the factory hanger here. So this is all nice and secure. The V-band's tight up front, fitting on the back housing. The turbo is good to go. I hooked up the EGT probe again, wired that back into the truck. So that should work. I think we're ready for a first start. So I'm going to leave the camera here. See how this thing sounds. Make sure we don't have any massive leaks anywhere. And then after that, I think we'll take this thing around the block. right, guys, well, that is going to do it. Exhaust is done. Intake has been done. That was a couple videos ago. If you want to check that out, you can. Probably going to leave this truck alone for a little while. Hopefully over the summer, I want to do a couple cosmetic things to it, fix the doors, maybe get it in one color, possibly a different set of wheels. But aside from that, I'm happy with it. Might be a little loud, but in my opinion, it sounds really, really good. And I was able to do it pretty cheap. So all in, we're under 200 bucks on this. Downpipe is, like I said, I got used. That was about 45 bucks. And then the 4-inch exhaust kit from Amazon was another 130. And I think the V-band was 30, 40 bucks. So we might be a little over 200, but all in, relatively inexpensive. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the stock exhaust. I doubt I'm ever going to put it back on the truck, so I'll probably just scrap it, but that's it. So thank you guys very much for watching. You can see behind me, I have the Camaro. No, we have not forgotten about that. I intend to get working on that thing very soon. I have some parts on order for it. So it'll either be this, the Vet, or the 56 next, but one of them. So thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you very soon.